Good morning. Hey, I found it quite interesting that the average moderately active person takes around 7,500 steps a day. So if you maintain that daily average and live until 80 years of age, you'll have walked about 216,262,500 steps in your lifetime. Now, doing the math, the average person with the average stride living until 80 years of age will have walked a distance of around 110,000 miles. I mean, can you imagine that? That's a lot of steps. Think how many people you pass each day within that 110,000 mile journey. Throughout that 110,000 mile journey, the Lord places people in your path to love. Are you willing to love the people God brings into your life today? Listen, even the difficult, annoying, or rude people. Because you see, when you accept God's love, you will allow God to love others through you. That's why 1 John chapter 4 and verse 7 exhorts us, "Beloved, let us love one another. For love is from God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God." And according to Romans 5:5, having believed and received the love of God, and thus having His love poured out within our hearts, we then become channels for His love. We love because He first loved us. This is so different from what the world is telling us. The world is telling us that self-love is the prerequisite for the loving others. The world says our ability to love God and to love our neighbors is proportionate to our ability to love others. In other words, if you can't love yourself, you can't love your neighbor, and you can't love God. Listen, the way to love others is not through love of self. We must understand that death to self causes us to take up our cross, deny ourselves, and follow Him. You know, as you and I learn to live the crucified life, we will continually be concerned with death to self rather than love of self. And in doing this, we'll be filled with an abundance of love for others. How about we ask God today to fill us with love? Let us not buy some cheap, weak substitute. Let us today be filled with God's love and be a vessel of love, of life, of giving, life-changing love to be poured out into the lives of others. So as you go today, go with God and love the Jesus way.